You take some risks when you come out with new material because you like to sort of challenge yourself and go in new directions. Tell us about this album and kind of what direction you've taken.
From On a Night Like This to Fever to Body Language, you can clearly see where we started and how we got to where we are now. I think the biggest difference for me was the vocal deliveries. I had a lot of fun experimenting with my voice.
In the wake of the phenomenal success achieved with her 2001 album Fever, Kylie Minogue and her label were faced with a pivotal choice: to continue the established sound and aesthetic of Fever, or to boldly explore new artistic horizons. Ultimately, they chose the latter, opting to surprise fans by moving away from the Fever formula and experimenting with a fresh musical direction. Her subsequent album would incorporate synth pop, electro clash, club influences, and R&B. This is Kylie Minogue's innovative release, Body Language. Kylie Minogue began crafting her 9th studio album between March and August 2003, with the intention of creating a synth pop record inspired by the electronic sound of the 1980s. To achieve this vision, she collaborated with a diverse array of talented artists, including Kathy Dennis, Dan Carey, Emiliana Torini, Karen Poole, Johnny Douglas, Alexis Strum, Miss Dynamite, and Mantronix. Recording sessions unfolded in London, Dublin, and Marbella, Spain, resulting in a collection of tracks influenced by R&B and hip-hop. Influences from iconic 80s artists such as Prince, Janet Jackson, and Lisa and Cult Jam played a significant role in shaping the album's overall sound. Initial rumours circulated during the recording hinted at a strong American hip-hop influence, alongside a proposed title, City Games, with collaborative input from the likes of the Neptunes. Much of this speculation was later debunked, revealing that the final track listing bore little resemblance to early leaked information.
Why does it sound so different?
Yeah.
For a number of reasons. I don't see the point in making the same album again. To do Fever again would, I think, be far more astonishing than making an album that's different. So it's a question that I always find a bit strange, because it stands to reason that I would want to move on. And if you look at the history of, at least with my albums with Parlophone, the last 3 albums, since the comeback, the first one, Reclaimed Pop, the second one was Fever, which was very heavy dance electro. And then we've just kept the electro influence, definitely, electro beats, maybe slowed them down a bit, made them a bit more feminine in some areas, a bit more sensual. And I think it worked. I found it really easy to record, and a joy to record, to experiment with so many different vocal deliveries. And I guess it's a good sign if it happens fairly swiftly and smoothly. So that's the best I can. Yeah, totally. We worked with 50-50, some producers I'd worked with before, some I hadn't, and some, as you say, bedroom producers like Baby Ash, who has been working for a while, but this would be his first step into the commercial world of music. And yeah, they come with fresh ideas and a fresh interpretation of what they think Kylie should be on a record. So there's advantages either way. Those whom I've worked with before know how I work, what I like, what I don't like, and we can take off where we left off. And the new ones just come in like they've got nothing to lose, so they go, what do you think of this? And inevitably I said, yeah, cool, let's do it. My A&R department, 2 guys, who I have a lot to thank them for, because really it starts with the music. We can decorate it with costumes, lights, images, blah blah. We can enhance what's already there, but the most important place to start with is the song. So I've got a really good team, and they would probably have to field, I don't even know how many songs they had to listen to and just go, no, 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 no. But aside from that, they have to think, they have a role like a producer of a film, I think. So they have to say, well, okay, let's put it with this writer or this producer.
Just cut it down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not for slow. Does a lot of poolside photography, strong women, slightly decadent. So that was one of our references. Injecting a bit of colour to help my new photograph. I heard Slow as an unfinished song, and I don't know how to explain something like that. I just responded to it. I just thought, that's for me, I have to do that song. And there's other songs that I'll hear that I think are great, but I could equally imagine someone else performing the song. But Slow, I probably listened to it 3 times in a row, and was thinking of visuals, and it just got me dreaming and thinking, how can I perform it vocally and visually? So that has to be a sign. Clearly, we were heavily influenced by Brigitte Bardot for the album shoot, and that followed on into the first single and the promotion for the first single. I think it helps to be quite cohesive with all the various forms of connection with the audience. And I honestly don't know how my creative director and I stumbled across Brigitte Bardot. I don't know if it was something in the air. Seemed to be a lot of, after we'd made that decision, we realised, everything in fashion is black and white, and the 60s go-go everywhere. So partly it's probably just, what's in the air for people, but once we'd decided to take a lot of inspiration from Brigitte Bardot, we researched it further, and he was on eBay finding obscure magazines and memorabilia and all kinds of things, to try to get not only the look, but that kind of that period when she worked with Serge Gainsbourg, that was really, she was purely coquette, but then she blended with him to have a bit of rock and roll influence. And there's some great TV show footage that she did in the 60s. It's bonkers, it's so out there. So it was more 60s Brigitte Bardot than 50s, but we just thought it was a fun image to play with. Yeah, it's a bit Jane Fonda Barbarella also, which of course I did, God, how many years ago now? 94, nearly 10 years ago. Would put yourself in my place. Female icons, I've been influenced by them since the very beginning. Madonna, you look at all of her imagery, and we're all at it, and I don't think there's any shame in that. It's like an homage to these incredible women, or at least the vision that they presented. Oh no, it isn't. Absolutely not. That's the point. We tried to move away from. I generally try to do something that's A, different for me, B, different from what you're seeing currently, seeing or hearing currently. It's incredible that how few people would comment that about the song Slow. Already Slow. I'm amazed every time I hear it on the radio, which might be a weird thing for me to say, but it is so different. I knew at the time when I decided to go for it as the first single, it's kind of a brave move in this world of pop music. So we did something very different then, and equally with the image, I wanted to do something different. And I've made all those videos before, and I wasn't prepared to push it any further. So, I think it's quite, not shocking, that's not the word I'm looking for, but, it is it's a sharp turn to do something different. If I didn't have to explain myself about my choice of how to present myself these days, I think that it would be, people wouldn't be going, what she done. It's still a very contemporary, sexy, fun image, but it's just a little less revealing than I've done in the past. Or perhaps there's a change, you know, that I'm part of society as a whole as well, and even when we don't realise we're having these influences or some kind of collective thought happening, you know, perhaps we are about to sway away from what we've been doing for the last 5 years or so.
It gets boring.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to be bored myself, and I don't want to bore people, so it stands to reason to do something different. But I think everyone's having to get used to the fact and kind of tell ourselves that it's a different album and it's going to have maybe a different longevity, which would end up making it a more successful album than my last one.
Knew you'd be here tonight, so I put my best dress on. Boy, I was so right. Our eyes connected. No, nothing's how it used to be. Don't second guess it.
Here we are on the set of the video for Slow. We're in Barcelona, and it's the morning of day 1, shooting at the site that was built for the '92 Olympics.
Got me affected.
It's a very glamorous location, filled with very hot people. We've got about 70 crew, 60 extras, and we're in for 2 very long, hot days. You can see the set over here. So I'm going to go and attempt shot 1.
Slow down and dance with me. Yeah. Slow. Skip a beat and move in my body. Yeah. Slow.
What heat, and perfectly cool. The heat is kind of all-consuming, but I don't know if I'm better off because I'm in a bit of shade, but I do have a lot more clothes on. But they're in the sun in bikinis. They're Spanish, they can handle it. Very, very pleased to say that Michael Rooney is here doing choreography for us, and we were first united for the Can't Get You Out of My Head video, which you all remember and all did for a long time. Every time the chorus comes around, we have choreography. Well, we're calling it choreography, it's more movement. We're trying to get away from dance routines as such. You will notice that I actually never get up throughout the whole video, which I find very pleasing.
Pull focus close up, you and me. Nobody's leaving. Don't second guess it.
First day was really great. Really, really fabulous. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks so much. This is what's known as total chaos. 2-day shoot with lots of rain, which will probably turn into a 3-day shoot. Everyone's standing around feeling fairly helpless. Welcome to the 3rd day of the 2-day video shoot. Sun's out, everybody's happy. We are about to film the shot that we were set up for last night when the gods decided to rain upon our pretty little pool setting.
Stand by and roll camera. Action.
Oh, that was good. Willie, your turn. Limber up. Good thing to always have on a video is a stand-in. She's pint-sized too.
Yeah, what we did with the stand-in, Aida, is we taught her all of the stuff that Kylie will be doing, and then we use her to like camera block the shots, so Kylie doesn't have to like be there while we're doing that. And then Kylie will come out of wardrobe, and we will have the stand-in, and I tell Kylie what to do, and then Kylie works her magic.
good, gents. Okay, muchas gracias. Hemos acabado. That's a wrap. Thank you.
Now I'm lost for words. Don't have anything to say. You might recognise this soon. Okay, now everyone's lost their mind as the end of 3 fairly grueling days. I think the heat was the hardest part. And now you've got a lot of very, very happy people, including myself. So, thanks to everybody, and I can't think, but all I have to say is I hope you like the finished product.
Skip a beat and move with my body.
On the 31st of October 2003, Kylie released Slow, the lead single from the upcoming album. Co-written by Kylie, Dan Carey and Emiliana Torini, the track departed from her classic pop dance sound, embracing a more electronic synth-pop aesthetic. Critics warmly received Slow, highlighting Kylie's sultry and seductive vocals. This acclaim earned the song a nomination for Best Dance Recording at the 47th Grammy Awards. Commercially, it was a triumph, reaching number 1 on the charts in Australia, Denmark, Romania, Spain and in the UK, while also topping the Billboard Dance Club Play chart in the US. The accompanying music video was filmed in the vibrant backdrop of Barcelona, Spain.
Knew you'd be here tonight, so I put my best dress on. Boy, I was so right. Our eyes connected. No, nothing's how it used to be. Don't second guess it. Tracking on this feeling. Pull focus close up, you and me. Nobody's leaving. Got me affected. Spun me 180 degrees, it's so electric. Slow down and dance with me, yeah. Slow. Skip a beat and move in my body, yeah. Slow. Come on and dance with me, yeah. Slow. Beat and move with my body, yeah. Slow. Don't wanna rush it. Let the rhythm pull you in. This is so touching. You know what I'm saying. And I haven't said I think. Keep the record playing. Slow down and dance with me, yeah. Slow. Skip a beat and move with the body, yeah. Slow. Come on and dance with me, yeah. Slow. Skip a beat and move with the body, yeah. Slow.
Body Language, Kylie's 9th studio album, was officially released on the 10th of November 2003. The album's striking artwork, captured by fashion photographers Mert and Marcus, showcases Kylie in an aesthetic reminiscent of French actress and singer Brigitte Bardot. Critics responded positively to the album, praising her willingness to explore new genres and the impressive production quality. Commercially, Body Language achieved considerable success, peaking at number 2 on the Australian albums chart, earning a double platinum certification. However, it did not replicate the success of Fever or Light Years in the UK, where it would peak at number 6 and was certified platinum. In the US, the album reached number 42 on the Billboard 200.
Kylie Minogue! Kylie Minogue, the new album Body Language, featuring Australia's #1 single Slow. A stunning return, and the coolest thing you'll hear this summer. Kylie Minogue, Body Language, in store now.
You've had the most amazing reviews. Music Week magazine here in the UK have said this is not only your strongest album yet, but they've credited you with combining cutting-edge cool with commercial appeal. I guess mission accomplished.
That's nice. Very nice.
Is that something you set out to do, to push the boundaries but also keep the fans happy?
Yeah. To be able to look back and see light years, we reclaimed pop, Fever, pushed it and went more electro, and Can't Get You Out of My Head says it all, really. And then to try and find another space where I can maintain the sound that people know but just experiment with it. And I think Slow is, I'm still amazed that it's #1. I really am.
Do you ever compare the way you record now with the way you did in the early days when you used to sort of walk in the door and say, this is the song, here's the tune, off you go?
Yeah.
That's how it was.
It was, and I think there was some kind of perfection with that. That's the way that machine operated.
And it worked.
And it worked. But it's a lot more rewarding to do it the way I do now.
Do you still get a buzz out of things like, you know, seeing a 20-foot Kylie sitting on this building?
I did get a kick seeing that yesterday because I'd seen the mock-up of it. I knew it was here, but we've all been rehearsing way the other side of town. So when we arrived last night and it was just getting dark and craning my neck out of the car window, and firstly noticed the huge picture, and then we go, 1 day, 45 minutes and 3 seconds to quick, get inside, sound check.
To promote the album, Kylie staged Money Can't Buy, a unique 75-minute concert on the 15th of November 2003, held at the Carling Apollo in London. Notably, tickets were not available for purchase, with attendance limited to invited guests and competition winners. The event was streamed live on AOL.com and subsequently aired on ITV1 in the UK and Network 10 in Australia. It was later released as a DVD titled Body Language Live on the 12th of July 2004.
Michael Caine, don't bang the hood of the car. Take it down. You're not going Martin on us.
Kylie, thank God she's a great artist that catches on. It took her 4 hours only, which it takes other artists like 3 days. It took her 4 hours to learn this routine. It's a privilege working with Kylie because she's creative, talented, and definitely catch on quick. And it's a choreographer's dream.
Let's clear, guys, please. Quiet behind camera. And Kylie, action.
We'll be finishing tonight in about 15 minutes.
We did this painting here in the background. Kind of try to copy an oil painting that we had painted a little earlier.
And probably the last shot will be my ECU, Extreme Close-Up Beauty. I might send her in to do it.
We've just arrived down here to do the dance routine in front of the wall. The wall's come along really nicely. I'm happy with it. We've shot lots of Kylie on all different types of cars in all different ways. And I feel quite good about it all.
It wasn't until the 1st of March 2004 that follow-up single Red-Blooded Woman was released, by which point Body Language had already begun to slide down the charts. Written by Johnny Douglas and Karen Poole, this hip-hop infused synth-pop track earned critical praise, drawing comparisons from the work of American artists like Justin Timberlake and Timbaland. The lyrics reference iconic 80s music, notably alluding to Dead or Alive's 1985 hit You Spin Me Round Like a Record. Red-Blooded Woman debuted at number 4 on the ARIA singles chart in Australia and scored top 20 placements across Europe, including peaking at number 10 in Denmark and Italy. In the UK, it would peak at number 5.
Freak
Kylie, Body Language Live, the sensational new DVD. Includes Red-Blooded Woman, the #1 hit Slow, and her new single Chocolate. Featuring an exclusive behind-the-scenes documentary and much more. Kylie, Body Language Live, the DVD, out now.
Here we go, lots of lovely energy, so much juice, it's unbelievable, and roll playback. Cheers.
Hello, my name is Michael Rooney. I am the choreographer for Kylie Minogue's big budget video Chocolate. We have Kylie starting on her side with this beautiful Poochie print going all over her body. Beautiful intro. It's gonna be gorgeous.
First shot done. So we're somewhere in West London, which isn't a secret, it's just that I don't happen to know where we are. And we're about to head into the deep dark set to do the second shot of the day on day one. Yes, that's where we are. Do come inside.
Shooting 12 girls here for this particular shot. And what we're going to do is in editing, multiply it and add an effect, and we'll have like 50 and 60 gorgeous girls.
The little spots on my hat are in post-production. Another dance routine will end up mysteriously stemming from the center of my hat. Stearns, and he's our shadow man. If I get up on my tiptoes, I'll lead you gracefully to him.
Hello.
He's my lovely dance partner today.
What do you think? She's got #1.
It's Prince Charming. I think he's a bit shy. But it's been a fabulous process learning to do this dance, and Corey's a wonderful partner, so here we go again.
Now, you said of this single that this is your favourite one off the album. Why is that?
Well, it depends which day you ask me.
But, I see.
But
when this is the one you're talking about, it's your favourite.
Even at the beginning of this album, it was one that I was really fond of, and
is there
I'm
any
glad it's
particular
the third
reason
single.
why?
It's just
like, what makes a good song? When you hear a
and...
song, how is it that you know I like this one? This is one that...
Well, it's normally the one that's the most difficult to perform, which is a bit stupid of me. I don't know, I like them all for different reasons.
The third and final single, Chocolate, was released on the 28th of June 2004. Written by Karen Poole and Johnny Douglas and produced by Douglas, it was initially intended to feature rapper Ludacris. However, concerns about fan backlash led to the removal of his section, prompting Johnny Douglas to create a new vocal part for Kylie in its place. The maxi CD version included the B-side, City Games, one of the very first tracks recorded for the album. The response to Chocolate was mixed, with some critics feeling it sounded dated. It would peak at number 14 in Australia and debuted at number 6 in the UK. The accompanying music video, directed by Dawn Shadforth, paid homage to classic MGM musicals. As singles struggled to maintain traction and the album's chart performance waned, Kylie's label Parlophone ultimately decided to cease promotion for Body Language. Shifting gears, they turned their focus towards developing new material for a greatest hits album, steering Kylie back towards a more familiar and commercially viable pop disco sound. Thanks for watching.